The tale of a Halo fan is a very sad, tragic one. It's like watching your parents get fucking divorced.
Is it though?
Basically,
Hey,
man.
I forged my own destiny.
Oh, fuck you.
I mean, I always thought the new games were just kind of just eh.
I mean, they're not. It's not necessarily that. It's like, as I said, it's literally like watching your parents get divorced. You fucking, Bungie comes and they make, after Halo Reach, they leave, and their new game is fucking a shell, a hollow husk of fucking nothing. Destiny 1.
Yeah, it's a shame that nothing came out of Destiny, but
And
I'll
Destiny
say
2, Destiny 2 is
I will say that Halo Reach was such an excellent send-off by Bungie.
basically the perfect game. That game is immaculate. It is insane. Halo 3 as well.
Had some fucking baller multiplayer, great campaign.
That's why I said
that actually felt different from, John Spartan killing everything, which it still is.
I cite the Halo games as an example of a franchise using sequels really well. Because every Halo game, it's like, you want to see the new shit. Halo 2 from Halo 1 adds dual-wielding, vehicle boarding, and vehicle systematic damage, a whole bunch of new enemies. There is so much new shit in Halo 2. And then Halo 3 refined dual-wielding with separate reload. Everything in Halo 3 is just refined to a fucking perfect
I know people
point.
hate Halo 4's multiplayer, so it's kind of the death of the old multiplayer, but I'm gonna still honest, that shit was still kind of fun.
I didn't like the loadout system, man.
Loadout system
I think it was the worst Halo
multiplayer
multiplayer, but it was, for
fun.
what it was, I guess it was okay. I thought Halo 5 had the inverted issue, where the multiplayer was really good and the campaign was ass.
Oh god,
And it lost total sight of itself.
I couldn't get into the control scheme, so I fucking hated it.
I actually enjoyed it.
It's a little too much for me, but hey, if people enjoy it, no knock to them.
Yeah. But no, like, after Halo Reach, it was, like, great send-off, and then they make Destiny, and it's just fucking... Even at least, like, okay, Destiny 2, sure, I can get the merit, but it's like, it is not what a Halo fan should expect from Bungie. Destiny 2 just kind of goes down its own path, and it's just not the same. And then meanwhile, the Halo games, they're just kind of like... there, It sucks to know that it will never be as good. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm hoping Halo Infinite will tap it a little bit back in those.
I'm faithful. I'm fucking faithful. This could be, third time the charm or third time strike out, but I'm faithful. I'm hoping.
Everything I've seen from 343 wise, most of the shit they handle that's before the Prometheans unveil is pretty good. I think I remember Halo Wars 2 actually being kind of decent.
Yeah, that was alright. Halo Wars 2 practically fucking saved the franchise as far as I'm concerned. Because it brought the Covenant back into focus. Or at least Covenant-based enemy. You're fighting aliens. That's the fucking... It's kind of like how they managed to fix Dewm. Not necessarily that Dewm 3 was bad, but reorient it back to what it was like. With, like, bringing, like, classic cartoony demons back to the forefront of things,
I would say the main thing is just fast movement, fast aggression.
I mean, it basically, as I said, it just brings it back to what it was, just like what the classic stuff was. But if you've seen the gameplay trailer for Halo Infinite, it looks fucking really good. Like, they have, like, stun grenades and shit, like,
I mean, sure, definitely. When I was seeing Halo Infinite, yeah, it looked rough, but it looked fun.
That's what I don't fucking give a shit if that game looks like a fucking NES game. I don't care. Could be a fucking Game Boy Color game. I don't care.
I mean, I think it's
the game's fun.
Shame that expectations have died down
I'm
a little bit.
mostly of the same opinion. It's just kind of ironic. The Xbox is touted as the most powerful machine on the planet, and the games don't show that.
Yeah, I mean, well, at the very least, even if the graphics aren't amazing, at least they're going for the right art style. And then you have all those fucking retards on fucking Reddit that were like, look at my Photoshop of this angle, and I made it look better.
So far look really good.
Yeah, those Photoshops.
I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Banished art style.
I really like it. I like how it basically embodies the Brutes, where it's like we'll just make it huge metal and put spikes all over it.
I prefer the original Bungie Covenant look over the Banished look.
I mean, there are still like gonna be classic elites and stuff.
But I would think to say that the Covenant's been like tried and done. I think they've nearly stretched out. what they can do.
H. It's better than fucking Prometheans. I don't like how the Prometheans just didn't look like fucking Forerunners, you know? The Forerunner art style wasn't complex. I don't know why they didn't go with it. I don't know why they didn't make, like, the Knights and the Soldiers and the Crawlers and all that look like you know, Sentinels. Like, it's really intricate yet blocky steel, basically, is what Forerunner technology is.
Well, there's a lore reason behind it, but I do agree that I kind of prefer the way the Sentinels look over the way that the Soldiers and Crawlers look.
I mean, I know that there's lore reason, but that's just to explain why 343 is bad with the art style.
I think the main design I liked was the Knight-ish. It was just.
I wish the Knight was just like kind of blockier, you know, basically, because he's so like pointed and curvy.
I unfortunately wish they filled a little more of the gameplay role, but they were still fun to
like
fight.
just take a fucking Sentinel and then make it have legs and arms and like Knight. It's not complex. Somebody made an awesome.
Honestly, more than making the Knight look different, I wish that with the Knights they'd make them more dangerous instead of just.
Did you see the gameplay demo that they had for what's it called? Or the Halo 4 like Promethean demo where they had like early Promethean Knights where they had like fucking they rolled around in a ball at you. Did you see that stuff?
Crazy.
It was like if you stuck a grenade to them, they would.
Art, but I didn't see any animations.
Honestly, I would have loved to see more. I honestly would have loved to see more melee action out of them.
Yeah, they have fucking swords.
Like it seems like they're the type of guys that would go to town.
The weird issue about it is that Halo has this fucking weird thing with melee where it's like melee basically just always instant kills. Like your energy sword deletes, they just kill you. Gravity hammers, they just kill you. And it kind of makes sense. But I mean, I think that's the reason why they couldn't get melee to really work with the Promethean Knight, because if they just rushed you and killed you instantly, then they would be cheap like bastards, especially since they teleport. Not that they teleport well either.
Like a more like defensive approach, because I know Halo 4 had that fuck off Promethean shield that only was the armor ability, and none of the other guys really used it except for like that one thing, I think.
Here we go. The prototype from 2010 of Prometheans. This shit looks fucking cool, man. They look kind of weird, but I like the way that they behave in this. They also have like early era watchers, but they basically work the same. Just cast a shield on enemies and stuff and throw grenades back at you.
Honestly, for what the Knights were supposed to be, I think they should be tougher and harder to kill. Less like big old bruiser mooks and more like mini boss fights.
Yeah, that's kind of what they turned into when... Oh yeah, and they had this weird thing where you could grab opponents, apparently. You can see the prompt, although I guess it wasn't finished or something. But yeah, like some of this cool shit, like when he sticks a plasma grenade on one of them and then they just go into their ball form and start like beelining towards you. Cool shit like that. The prototype is really unique and interesting. I just kind of wish that they capitalized on what they had instead of, well, let's just scrap this whole thing. Which is probably why they turned out so half-baked in Halo 4. Because in Halo 4, they really did just fucking do nothing. They were just kind of there. They were basically
So what's your opinion on assassinations?
I mean, do you want to be a bit more in depth? Because I think they're cool. But I mean, that's incredibly vague. I think Halo 5
I was just kind of thinking about ways that they could handle assassinations in the future. Like with the big fuckers like Hunters and Knights, like... Would you rather you have to wear your enemy down before you can kill them with an assassination, or you can start the assassination, but it's a quick time event?
Well, if we're talking about like, well, fuck quick time events first off.
I think it should vary more if you have a certain weapon.
Because I mean, you know, what's it called? I don't know why I can't think of Dewm. I just said what's it called, and I'm thinking of Dewm.
Glory kill, yeah.
Yeah, Dewm had glory kills. So with Hunters, like you have their back armor. Like let's say. Blast off their back armor and a few... Well, like, okay, so there's systematic damage now. That's what Dewm has, you know? You can have, like... You can gauge the health of your enemy based on, like, the meat being blown off their bones. So have Hunter tentacles actually come off and they become more emaciated as time goes on. And when they're practically a skeleton, you can assassinate them. Do something like that.
Or what about... did you ever watch Forward Unto Dawn?
I think I know what you're talking about already.
The part where Chief grappled the Hunter and stuck a grenade in its back?
Yeah.
What if you could do that with hunters and knights? Like if you have
Well,
a grenade
fuck, you
in
could
your
board
inventory, you
vehicles.
can
Just do that.
spend
with
the
their own
grenade
animations.
to assassinate the big bastard.
Holy fuck! I would love to see like a boring animation where the player is just beating the shit out of the hunter in the back. Holy fuck!
Yeah. You could do
Has
that.
a fucking
Although then
knife
the hunter
just
would
stab
practically
you.
be fucking helpless, because remember that that's a basic mechanic to fighting them is like getting them to show their back, so you could just like blast them with the shotgun or something. But no, like
I don't know about you
Promethean
guys,
Knights,
I
they
have never
figured this
killed a
out for
hunter at
knights.
range.
Because you can assassinate knights in Halo 5 if you blow off their back armor, which takes a decent amount of effort.
Well, yeah,
So they
I
already
actually
figured
kinda
that
like
out for knights. Just do that with hunters, basically. Just like blow
Yeah,
off
just
their
make it
back armor and a
blow
little
off their
bit of their
plate.
worms, and then like once you can see like their interior spine or whatever or something, then assassinate that.
I would love if you could like somehow make a hunter like go berserk on all the other like local like just enemy trash units around.
That'd be cool. Kind of like Fallout 3's like shoot the antennas off an ant and they'll kill everything else.
Oh yeah, but they also like they have use of that fucking the Halo games have that brother mechanic for the hunters.
Yeah. Halo
Where they
2 was
just
gonna
get
have a new
super
boss.
fucking pissed.
They're gonna have a new boss enemy that was literally that was, for the record, ripped off of Marathon. But they were gonna have like a new enemy that was like from Marathon. It was gonna be like the Hulk or something, and it was gonna be like the concept artists talked about it like, yeah, we keep this fucking the Covenant keeps this like absolute monster just chained up and
Hey, the Drenal.
Hey,
Drenal was a big deal.
Hulk,
Giant boss character. And we'd always thought the Covenant kept this thing, all tied up and enraged.
Right.
And it would bring it out during the frontline battle.
would have been a cool boss character.
I think he was just too damn big.
Good vehicle smasher. It would have been good.
they just unleash it. And it was supposed to be a boss battle on the Mombasa Bridge with the Scorpion, and it was gonna come out and it was gonna fucking just wreck everything.
Sharkoi or
Also-
Sharkwa.
Yeah, it's technically
What's the name
canon
of the
now. Yeah, that thing. And they said that there was
Yeah, I think
apparently
they
they just
appeared in
they were in some book,
they appeared in Halo Envoy, I think.
some book.
Also, I don't know why they didn't do like more hunter variants. They're kind of all like rigged
Halo
with
5
big
kinda had
explosive cannon.
They have an alt fire in Halo 5 now. I like the way that they were remade in Halo 5. A lot of people fucking hated it. I didn't like their alt fire. I thought it was a little too overpowered, because it just tracks the fuck out of you and there's basically no way to dodge it.
I kind of would have liked to see a hunter that just has the two massive arm plates instead of a gun.
Like a bulwark hunter. Yeah, just like put both of them up and like just like a fucking defensive wall. That would be awesome.
So, what's a weapon that hasn't been in Halo for a while that you'd like to see come back?
Classic assault
The
rifle.
brute
Halo 1 assault rifle. Should be like a fucking power weapon. Just
I wanna
rework
see
it to
more-
basically
I wanna
be
see
like
more
if you had
potential
3
with remote
SMGs.
I want to see more potential with remote explosives.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to the sticky detonator? They just fucking got rid of that
You
thing.
had-
I thought that thing was
You had
cool.
the Halo Reach grenade launcher with the EMP detonation.
They brought
And
that
then you had
back
the
for
sticky
Halo
detonator.
5, so I wouldn't
Well,
necessarily
yeah, because they
say
did.
it's
Because they brought
out.
back the Pro Pipe.
The fucking thing. They were gonna have a third variation too, but it got cut. The skin's still in the game. They were gonna have like a 5th variation of the plasma rifle, where it's like all black or some shit. I don't know what that was all about.
I don't know, but just having more remote explosives in Halo, I think, could be fun.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
I think that kind of gets more resigned towards equipment, like you had the landmine in Halo 3.
Well, yeah. You don't have to
But
make it a
I
weapon,
agree with
but
you. Yeah.
it'd be kind of cool though.
I think Halo Infinite's gonna have like a weird mix of equipment and armor abilities, which is interesting. Because like the grappling hook is an armor ability, but Master Chief still has shit like that one-way shield wall deployable. So I'm interested to see where they go with that. I'm sorry I interrupted you, Valence. Go ahead.
They should have the MI5K.
How the fuck would that? Isn't that like the
It's
semi-auto
basically-
assault rifle?
No, I believe it's a carbine variant of the MA5B, but that doesn't have the electronic suite. And
I've seen it in a shitload of mods. It's in like SPV3 and fuck man, it was in the Gary's mod Halo stuff that you downloaded.
yeah,
Yeah.
but not like,
Yeah, it's basically a cut down MA5B with semi-auto, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
also, if you want to go...
no, I think it has multiple fire modes.
Well, of course
on.
it does, but like how would it work in gameplay?
mean, I imagine it'd be like a much lighter alternative to using just a assault rifle.
I don't know. Every mod I've played with it's in semi-auto.
Weird. I don't know why they
Every
make it
single
semi-auto.
one.
That kind of defeats the purpose of it because it's supposed to be like a carbine that's like really lightweight and maneuverable.
Isn't a
They can-
carbine technically supposed to be like a longer ranged like rifle?
No, a carbine is like no. A carbine is a rifle that is like I wouldn't say it's like short, but it's somewhat shortened to where it's more maneuverable in enclosed spaces.
If you wanted to go fucking insane, you could get some like wacky version of an alien howitzer.
Fucking, that's how the original fuel rod worked. Like the Halo 1 fuel rod. That thing was fucking
much.
retarded. I mean, not in a bad way. It was just like, what the fuck, man? It was like hacked together like fucking insanity. It was like, it didn't have reloads. It overheated, which for the time was normal. But like, it was like a mortar kinda. I think they were kind of going for like let's put a Wraith cannon on the back of somebody. That would be badass. Have a plasma mortar like support like turret weapon.
Do you think they'll bring back the Spanker?
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
After the fucking outcry in
better.
Halo 5, yeah. You know what I'm worried about is the fate of the Magnum and the classic M45E or D shotgun.
They need to bring back the M90.
So the bullpup and the sidekick are in. But I'm afraid of what might have happened to the weapons they replaced. Like, okay, sure, if they don't want to have it, like, in the campaign, or, it should kind of be like how in multiplayer, just leave the multiplayer sandbox, have those weapons there. But if you can't figure out how to make it work in... Because you know what, I'll admit, the Halo shotgun is fucking weird. Like, I don't know how I would fix that thing, but I feel like it's one of the weapons in urgent need of fixing, because it's one of those, like, shotguns where it's, like, just fucking short-range instant kill damage wave, and then after, like, 2 feet, the bullets enter a vortex, and they're just gone.
The enter JFK skull.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if they made a shotgun that was like an IRL shotgun, then you'd use that most of the time. Because IRL shotguns are some of those versatile weapons you can get your hands on.
Yeah, no, Marc's right on that. Fucking buckshot, that can go like out to 50 meters, which doesn't seem like much, but that's like pretty decent range.
I don't know. I just think in a terms of gameplay, I kind of get what they're going for with the bulldog. What was it? What do they call it? The new one, where it's like semi-auto, so that that shitty like range is justified in its fire rate. Because it can't be like the Halo 1 shotgun where it's just like you can fucking snipe somebody with it. Because that thing works like a fucking Dewm shotgun. Which would be good if, you know, everybody carried like 6 fucking weapons. But, like, you can't really make that shotgun work in the sandbox. Not exactly. Not with it being, like, on par with, like, the fucking rocket launcher. Huh?
The Halo 2 Magnum.
That thing's not awful, because I just like the feel of it. Especially when you dual wield it.
You say Halo 2 Magnum, and then there's the Halo 3 Magnum.
Yeah, the Halo 3 Magnum's worse, man. Fuck that thing.
Oh yeah, true.
The Halo 2 Magnum at least is like laser beam accurate.
It's all the fun of the Halo 2 Magnum with a smaller magazine.
And no scope, damn it. And slower fire rate.
Yeah, no. The Halo 2 Magnum is fun because it's got a fast fire rate and it's actually laser beam accurate. People don't give enough credit, but
not to mention they made it even more fun in ODST with the SOCOM.
Yep, the 4x scope and the fucking suppressor.
Oh,
it's amazing.
The SOCOM was the best gun since the Halo CE pistol.
Since the Halo CE pistol, isn't that thing is still the king of pistols in any game?
It's God's
That thing's
sidearm.
a fucking Mac gun. There's a reason Keys didn't keep that thing loaded and take the fucking Pillar of Autumn out.
I don't know, bro. I'm still really partial to the SOCOM.
SOCOM's cool, but the M60 is still the king. That thing cannot be
That's what I'm saying. The SOCOM is the best weapon since the M6,
yeah.
but the M6C is still king.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I'm just clarifying. Halo 5 pistol isn't awful. Halo 4 pistol, I guess they got the job done. I think that's when the pistols finally found their place in the game's sandbox. Which is probably something that those games don't get enough credit for. But, what else? I kind of like the way they made the SMG work in Halo 5. Oh, what? You know what? Hold on. What's the base question here? What guns do we want back?
Yeah.
Okay, so SOCOM for sure.
Guns that we haven't seen in a while that we want to see come back.
What's something that was
Plasma
like that
launcher?
never returned since like Plasma Launcher? They need to rework it, but I would like to see it back. Focus rifles underrated as fuck.
The beam rifle?
No, yeah, the Halo Reach like Covenant sniper.
The focus rifle was just a pretentious sentinel beam.
Kind
But
of. Well, you know what though? It actually does a lot of damage. It's just it doesn't feel like it does a lot of damage. It feels weak as hell, but it's actually not bad.
I think it works best in that it
It's good in
disorientates the person that
suppression.
you're shooting at, because their entire screen turns orange.
Yeah, it's a balanced way to make a sniper not there's a black dot on the other side of the map that just wiped out me and my entire team effortlessly. I like it. I think it's underrated as fuck. What else? Spike rifle, I guess.
The
I don't know.
Spiker?
Halo Reach fucking spike rifle is weird as shit. It was an anti-shield weapon. I
Yeah.
had no idea what the fuck that was all about. 'Cause
I
it
think they
shoots
try to explain
plasma.
away as because it's like insanely hot and the fucking like heat from that shit would just fry shields, which is dumb and retarded. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I have
whatever.
no idea. I think Halo 3 made it work, right? I don't know why it's so weird in Halo Reach. I guess it's because they got rid of dual wielding and brutes just weren't. It was just kind of there because it's recognizable.
I think Halo 3 DST actually gave me a newfound appreciation for the spike rifle because I didn't know this, but the brute weapons actually have heightened melee damage because of the fact they have fucking blades, which
Yeah.
you don't really notice as a Spartan because you already do an insane amount of damage with fucking melee, but not in ODST. You can fucking fuck a brute shields with a melee swipe if you have a spiker or a mauler.
I'm trying to think of weapons.
That's
What-
why I want the brute weapons to come back. They
Well,
had
they-
terrific stopping power and they had high melee damage.
in Halo Infinite, they're absolutely coming back. Like, there's no way that
Oh,
like,
yeah,
the
they're
brute shot and
absolutely
shit isn't
raw.
coming back. They're
I think the
absolutely
Mauler's coming
raw.
back.
They have the Mangler now. That's kind of interesting. It's
Isn't
like
it-
basically a slug version of the Mauler.
Really?
Yeah, didn't you see it in the demo?
I legit thought that was the mauler, not the mangler.
No, that's the That's a new thing, a Mangler. It was in Shadows of Reach, I guess. It
You know
was
something
there.
that I want to come back now the brutes are the main bad guys again? The chopper.
Yeah, that's another thing that's almost certainly coming back for Halo Infinite. I need to like, I feel like I'm forgetting some. Flamethrower should come back, absolutely. Flamethrower
actually
is
get
always.
Blood
They,
comes
I
back
don't
as
know
well.
why they never figured out how to get that fucking thing to work in the sandbox, because it was cut from Halo 1.
This is disappointing as well.
Yeah. We've tried so hard to get this thing into the game. We had effects, model, we even reiterated it. Rob
Yeah.
did for Halo
We
2.
built it. The most difficult model to build that I did in Halo was the most difficult rebuild for Halo 2.
Yep. Looked beautiful too.
It was cut from Halo 2. It's basically only in Halo 3. It's in Halo Custom Edition. But like that's kind of like more like restored content for PC, and I guess technically it's on MCC. I don't know. It's just, I would like to see it come back because I think it could be cool, but like what the fuck, man?
You know, it might sound dumb to Halo, but I would prefer it if the flamethrower came back as one of those wrist-mounted flamers like Mandalorians use.
That'd be kind of cool, like an equipment or an armor ability. Hell yeah. There should be some more offensive
Yep.
armor abilities. I wouldn't mind that.
Because I could totally buy into the UNSC using fire as a terror tactic.
Holy fuck! You know what I just realized? They should have like a. So I was just talking shit about the melee earlier. What if they had this thing where you could pick up different melee weapons, which would alter the way that, like, alter your like melee range? How do I say this? Okay. Let's go back to the idea I had earlier of like the hunter damage, damage system. What if it's like, okay, so you have like your default knife, which would kind of work like we were saying, but like what if you could pick up like a kukri, and then that would like maybe that could assassinate earlier, and then like top tier is the machete that got cut from like Halo 1999, and then that could bash reflect swords, for example. That's a fucking mechanic that hasn't come back in ages. Like, passively alter the way that your melee works.
Imagine if this made fucking Halo Infinite condemned.
Perhaps. I mean, I'm not saying, because like,
how did this one slip by?
What's this? What the fuck? Free Crucible. What is this? Oh, by the way, I found that concept art finally of like the Promethean, like if the Promethean characters looked like Sentinels, basically. Just make him look like this.
Not bad, but I'll be honest, it looks a bit generic.
I mean, with the right polish,
That
it
one
should
looks cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, it
That one
kind
does
of
look cool.
keeps. I remember this shit was getting posted in fucking. Here you go. Hold on, wait. Oh, not. Hold on. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I should find the art that I used for my Forerunner character.
Donut Steel. I don't know what's going on with that face. I don't like that, but like this shit. This is like, it looks like classic Forerunner, but it still has the vague shape of what they were going for, you know? That first one was supposed to be the soldier from Halo 5, which, I mean, to be fair, that guy was generic in his own right. But like, this is kind of what I get.
I really
this.
love that third one. Holy fuck.
Yeah, as I said, it kind of has like that shape, so it could work in gameplay. Like, you could probably mod this shit into Halo 4.
It's got kind of a weird Legion vibe to it with the face
Yeah, I guess.
when the helmet's on.
Yeah. I was about to say, depending on what face you mean. No, but like, this is kind of this is how they can make it.
Man, them having like actual faces would be so fucking uncanny, but like dope.
That was kind of what they were going for, because there are kind of faces in the Forerunner, like Promethean guys.
Oh yeah, no, they have like the weird holographic skulls that are like.
Well, not just
hidden.
the skulls. Like, there are actually like fragments of people left in there. Like in the Watcher, there's like a face still in there. Halo Watcher.
I was actually going to expand on that idea.
Because they're literally just
Land
humans turn like. It's kind of horrifying when you think about it. It's kind of like a very mechanical rework of, like a mechanical version, kind of like fuck, what's that shit called? I can't fucking think at all right now. I don't know. I can't think of it for the life of me. God damn it.
Jam it.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you know the monsters from, like, System Shock 2. You know, why am I using System Shock in this example? When System Shock 1 literally had the Corvus Reapers, where they, like, the cutscene at the end of the game is literally, like, you've been captured, but don't worry, you'll serve Shodan now. I hope you enjoy your new place in life. And it's literally your guy getting picked up and, like electrically mind-controlled inside of a giant robot monstrosity tank. Shit. Let me find that. Let me see if I can find that.